Okay, this is Dr. Hood, and we are back with another exclusive H19D. If you didn't know, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. We're just trying to bring this channel to life and to let y'all know that no matter how the channel looks, it might look crazy, got stuff all over the screen, Dr. Hood pills, dudes getting slapped all over the screen, reaction videos popping up by other comedians, that this is where you're going to have to go to get the real, unadulterated, good feed. You know, we're going to give you good feed. Okay, so we have a Claudia Jordan, the conversation between Claudia Jordan and Luenell. Luenell is a comedian, I believe, and I didn't even do my research. It's Claudia Jordan. I've seen her before, but I really don't know who she is. It was a unique conversation between these two women. They were talking about the Red Pill Smith and Chris Rock incident, and they had a unique perspective because I've been seeing a lot of ladies in these spaces, all over the place. Comedians coming out tweeting, and they're really happy about Chris Rock getting slapped, and they feel like it was the right thing to do, and all this. But I was checking this video out. I got about 4 minutes in, and I was like, well, you know what? These ladies have a unique perspective about it, and it takes you all the way back to the hood about people putting their hands on people, and the girl influencing the male to do violent things. I think ever since the beginning of time, the woman has had the ability to antagonize a man in a way to make him act out and do stupid things. I see it all the time. I see brothers get into it. And so let's just get into it. And I'm going to be, hitting the button for the reaction. This is all fair use. Luenell is the channel that we are getting this content from. She has a very good following. And we want to give her all due respect. And, we don't want to steal anything. We don't want to get any copyright strikes. For one, we don't want to be on nobody's ass. Somebody give us, the next time we get a copyright strike, we on your motherfucking ass, okay? This is Dr. Hood. Let's go.
Frank, how you doing?
You broadcasting from the car today?
I just went and got my hair washed because it was a mess, so yeah.
That's because you be working out. See, I don't have that problem.
So I see what you're talking about. You know what I hate? Everyone can have a comment about people. When I say something, people get mad at me, and I don't know why, but I'm still...
Well, they get mad at me too. They're going to have to get mad at me too, Sister Claudia, because I ain't going to stop talking this shit, and I ain't going to stop putting my perspective on it, because I think my perspective is important. That's why. I think my perspective is important because of the things that I've been through and the vision that I have. Rather, if it's right or wrong, we need to hear the perspective. So let's go.
Keep doing my thing and talking. What I said was, I agree. I don't think Chris Rock knew about the alopecia. I think he made a bald-headed joke because she's been...
Right. It was a great joke. I do not think Will Smith knew about the alopecia. Jada Pinkett's hair. I seen guys with alopecia. I seen, about 4 big patches on their head. The size of a damn near the size of a Twinkie. I've seen the size of a Twinkie on a guy's back of his head, and it was very smooth, like all of the hair follicles and all the little holes, where the pores and stuff, where the hair grows out of. It looked like it was just flat skin, and there just wasn't any follicles there. So Jada, looking at her hair, I would have never guessed. I would have thought that she was just trying to make a fashion statement, and that she just wanted to wear her hair like that, trying to, go natural. We got a lot of women, they're going natural nowadays, and it's all appreciated by guys like me that love the black woman and love the natural beauty that God gave them. Okay? Yeah, even Sister Claudia, she's a beautiful lady. I don't know if that's her real hair. Maybe not, right? But it looks good on her. It looks good on her. So we're not taking away from the fact that a woman wants to feel beautiful, but some guys champion women that look beautiful in their own natural skin, the way God made them. Is that too much to ask? So me personally, I didn't think Chris Rock knew about her alopecia situation. I did not.
I'm wearing a hair ball like that for a reason, for a while. And my brother has alopecia. It doesn't look like Jada's. My brother's is extremely severe, where he has no eyebrows and it's blocky spots all over his head. And so
right. So that's the version or variation of the condition that I've been familiar with. When I see alopecia, I think it's bad. Jada's hair, it didn't look that bad. I'm a bald guy now. I used to have the 360 waves. And if my shit was like Jada, I wouldn't cut it all the way bald. I wouldn't. If it's thin here, thin there, receding it, it's like, okay, you know what? Just cut it all off, right? But Jada's look pretty low for a woman, pretty low, but it was kind of even. Like I could have went in there and lined them up for a guy. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been cool. So I didn't see anything. She didn't look sick. She looked healthy. Little railed out little mama. That's her. She's 48 or whatever, however old she is. She's getting up there in age. So, she's starting to look like an older lady. Not an old lady, but, she's looking older. So I didn't take nothing from that. And I don't think Chris Rock took something from that. It's just what it was. It was a joke.
This is close to my heart. My brother has it. Jada doesn't look like that, so the average person that doesn't follow Jada might not know. And I just don't think, honestly, I feel like people are, like, no one's even asking how Chris is doing in this.
Right.
He got the shit slapped out of him, embarrassed, and he's a comedian that was hired to do that.
And I said...
Right. He was hired to do that. That's the key. He was hired to do that. Okay? Will Smith wasn't hired. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments. He came to the award show because, for one, it helps out his brand. For two, it's a good night out, him and his lady. And for three, he's getting a freaking award. People were talking about, oh, Chris Rock wasn't the host. He wasn't the host. He wasn't the host. He wasn't the host. Well, damn it, he was up there doing his job. He didn't just come up there and do the shit for free. I'm pretty sure they gave him a pretty penny to get up there.
That I said he didn't even do like this. He didn't even do like that. He took that shit like a G. Now he might have went backstage, we don't know what, and there was, but he took it, and was able to continue on with the show, which is his job.
I would have been crying if someone from the not the slap but the humiliation. And then I heard, and I'm not sure, I'm trying to find out about this, that Chris went over that joke in rehearsal and Will was there and heard it.
Okay. This is where it gets dicey, because, and I'm that's why I like this Hey Luenell. I don't really know her like that, but I know that face, and she has been in this type of business, this comedian, this space. So I'm pretty sure she knows a lot of people that's behind the scene. I didn't do my research on Claudia Jordan, but was there a rehearsal? Did Will already know about this joke? Okay. And was this all just staged? Did Chris Rock go, hey, I'll take an extra 100,000 if Will could come up and slap me on the face, and he played it off good, and that's why he gets the big bucks. So I don't know what's going on. I just don't think it's smart for anybody to get a joke and take it that serious that they want to get up and assault somebody on national television.
Claudia, he laughed when he said it.
Yeah.
Cut away. Then, you know, we know about edits. The camera cut away. At first it showed Jada rolling her eyes. But at the time she was rolling her eyes, Will was laughing.
That's...
Plus, I also told them, Chris, that tribe of writers that they have for that thing, the cameramen, everybody in there knew that joke was coming.
Right.
Everybody. That wasn't off the cuff.
And if everybody in there don't follow Jada and them, which I don't believe that everybody in there don't, but I don't even follow Jada Pinkett Smith. I like her and all that. Never met her. I just don't follow. I'm not in that deep. I've seen some Red Table Talk.
Right. Seen a couple clips, Red Table Talk. Me, only because of the infidelity and the fact that, you know, she threw her man under the bus. Okay? That's the only reason why I know. Dr. Hood, you know, I live under a rock. Okay? So, that's why my perspective is unique, because, you know, I don't even know a lot of these dudes. I'm not subscribed or nothing. Go ahead and subscribe to Hey Luenell. I'm going to go ahead and do the same, you know, while I'm using her video. And I'll also put the link to this video in the description. You know, we don't want any copyright strikes or anything. Give her all of her flowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's a great comedian, you know.
I don't subscribe. I don't see them all. I got other shit to do. But if nobody said nothing, then the joke was gonna fly, which it did. If somebody knew and didn't say anything, maybe that's not their job, to go to the writers and talk to the directors and like that. There may be a grip that maybe does, and, you know, to say, hey, you guys, just want to let you know, Jada's got alopecia, maybe you shouldn't do that joke.
Right. It's not that hard. And this woman knows about the business. And she doesn't follow Jada Pinkett Smith. So everybody, oh, hey, she knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. You know, get the fuck out of here, man. Because some of you fucking ladies are fucking ridiculous. You know. And I shouldn't have to sound like I hate black women or I hate women just to point out the fact that some of the shit that you guys say is fucking ridiculous. Okay? Let's go.
I mean, like, get your black ass back out on the floor and do your fucking job, right? So a lot of people knew that joke was coming. And Will laughed at that joke. But as I'm saying, when they cut away, something happened. And you know, Jada might have leaned over to Will and said, you just don't let that motherfucker say that about me? Yeah. And I told him also, I said, there's many a brother laying in the grave right now because some girl said, you gonna let him get away with that shit? You're not gonna do anything?
And that's exactly when I stopped and said, you know what? I'm going to react to this video right here. Because she said something very important. And this is how a lot of guys are in the grave now. Because the woman says, oh, you're going to just let that ride? You're going to just let that slide? Okay? Toxic. Get away from women like that. Furthermore, get you a woman that you're not embarrassed to be around. So when they crack a joke like that, or they talk about how many guys done swim in her swimming pool, okay? You won't feel bitch made like Will and feel like you gotta go attack this man. He's probably telling jokes about a lot of people. Somebody said if that was The Rock, he would, you know, Will Smith wouldn't have did that. Okay? So there's a lot of speculations that come out when you're a man and you're unhinged.
In the heat of the moment, I mean, you know.
I didn't think the joke was that bad. And again, I don't have alopecia. So, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to be thoughtful about that. I think that, you know, up until the past couple years, Will and Jada's business, they're black royalty, Hollywood royalty. No one knew anything about their business. Then the August Alsina stuff came out and then they started telling us everything. So they're in a position now where they are material for comedians. They are. Because of themselves.
Right. Because of the red carpet. Because of the clout and all of this gone bad. You know, at first it was, you know, let's work hard for this. You know, you're Jada Pinkett, you're Will Smith, you know, let's work hard for this. Let's do something that other people just aren't going to do or looks like they can't do. Then you want to be just like every other entertainer and celebrity. You want to have a podcast. Okay? It's like we don't already know about you already. Like, and you know, and what is it about? What are you empowering women to do? Okay? To bash their man? A man like Will that has given you everything and it's still not enough?
Because of them coming out and talking about it. So then people make a joke about things. I think Will is not used to being criticized. He's the guy everybody loves. And this past year probably has been tough on him. People question his masculinity. And I feel for him. I think Will's one of the nicest people on earth, actually. And I just feel like that moment was not about Chris Rock. I think it's about all the other jokes and slick talk that everybody else been doing.
Yeah, somebody else said that too.
Right. And if you think it's just that, Chris Rock said a joke, and then, you know, I thought that he thought Chris Rock was going to jump on some other issues that we all know that he could have done. So for him to come with the G.I. Jane, I thought that was generous. Okay? But I think Will thought that Chris Rock was going to keep going and going and going. And the whole time Jada is getting ready to go to the show, and Will, he praying that nobody bring nothing up. Praying nobody bring this shit up. Okay?
That he has a lot of build up. Oh well, I got a lot of build up. All black people got a lot of build up. I'm this far under our skin. Our skin is very, very thin. We have so many things to be upset about. Where would we be if they hadn't burned down Black Wall Street? What about the white boy who went into church and killed your grandma and them? What about our people who had their kids drugged from their motherfucking hand and sold and thrown it, or they threw their own kids in the river because they'd rather have them die than be enslaved? What about our people have what is it?
PTSD.
Yeah, our people got that. And it don't take a lot to trigger a motherfucker at any given time. The nicest person, even you, you know, you I don't know why. I've been knowing you for years. Like the motherfucking day I met you, we are like this. People didn't even know how close we are. But they continuously get.
And that's why we, as men, gotta have resolve. We gotta be problem solvers. We gotta think things out because it is a struggle, and we do suffer from PTSD. And we can pop off at any time, okay? And had this been a barbecue setting, he just said that blah, 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 pow. You know, that's one thing. But when you get up, when you laugh first, then you get up out of your seat, walk 40 yards all the way down the stage, okay? 30 yards. And then slap this man. You had all the time to think and be rational and be, you know, all of the things that men do. When you give a man that much time to rethink this and to see the ending result of this, does he still make that decision? That's unmanlike characteristics. I'm sorry. Because the bank account didn't matter at this point. You know. And you are bothered by Jada. And she knows your buttons. And she pushes them every single day. This is sad, man. This is a sad story. It is.
Get on your dick about every motherfucking thing and not realize that you're one of the most intelligent, well-read, statistical, physically fit, and all this to work at it. And they don't know nothing about that. And they drag you. You gotta have thick skin, and everybody can get it. So I'm sure that Will, like he said, is not used to being criticized outside the home. But at home, you know, they got a little weird dynamic going on up there. Now, it's bad because they kids, you know, like I said earlier, people probably, Willow, oh my God, your dad last night. Jaden, what happened to your dad last night? And then all the kids that was watching the movie, they got inspired from the movie. They think, I can't. And then, I mean, that was like finding out that Pee Wee Herman jacked off in the movie theater. Remember when that came out? Yeah.
Wow, she's going all over the place. You got to remember, you know, this woman is a professional comedian, and you know, we like that perspective. They're gonna try to kill us with the with this ad. So let me. So I got to be real quick about it. Let them run and then come back. But you know, she's a comedian. You know, I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression about that. You know, this woman, she's a professional at telling jokes and making people laugh. So some of this stuff is relevant as far as her knowledge about rehearsal and, you know what I'm saying, different things, and, you know, the screenwriters, and those are things that we don't know. And she's moving around in those spaces, those dressing rooms, those, you know, and we're not. A lot of us are not. And so we want to definitely sift and dig through some of that. But the comical stuff, you know, it's entertainment. Dr. Hood entertainment.
Last night. A couple years ago, we couldn't even get nominated. And it was a great moment for black people. Will Packer produced the Oscars and all this.
Three women hosted this shit. 3 women and 2 of them black. A deaf person won last night. A lesbian won last night. Latina. Motherfucking Asians won last night. It was the most diverse thing we had. And ain't nobody talking about none of that. Just talking about the clap. So that's what fucked up.
And see, and that's important. Because even me, I'm not talking about none of that. I might do a video on some of that.
I know Will Packer's like, God damn.
Yeah.
And people, I see people online, oh, why do we care about what we do in front of white people? Listen, it ain't just white people watching. It's young black kids. And people are going to think, oh, you disrespect me? I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. It's okay.
Right.
I remember I feel like we've gotten weak. Back in the day, your character was built being black by playing the dozens, talking shit, and you would have to come back with something just as quick. And you wouldn't fight. If you fought, you was pussy. If you came back with your words, oh shit, you got him. Everyone now is like so ready to blow up the whole school and shoot up a school.
Right. Remember that kid that he you know, you had some mismatched socks on, man, or you know what I'm saying, he would always go to your pants leg and lift your fucking pants leg up. You know what I'm saying? I hated him, man. You know, and that'd be some humiliating shit. Be 30, 40 kids sitting there and you guys is ranking, talking about each other, and then, you know, they talking about your shoes, talking about everything that your parents put on you to come to school. And then they lift up your pants leg and your goddamn socks is mismatched. Even though they clean, you know, they mismatch. And these are the type of things that we had to go through being older. Nowadays, you know, these Power Ranger kids and, you know, all of this not even Power Ranger. It's, you know, past that. I think the Power Ranger, those are the real kids. You know, right after that, that's when things started going left.
Is go postal because of words, right? I just think we're just so, we pussy as a society right now. We are. Excuse my language. But it didn't call for that. It called for him to go, yo, my brother, let me holler at you real quick with some bass in your voice.
He could even holler that. He could even holler that. So I want to holler at you backstage. He could even holler that. That might would have got a laugh. But he might have been serious. But yeah, he was wrong. It hurts even say it. Will, you was wrong. You was wrong, bro. And now that done fucked us up. I don't think that we're gonna go back to look how those savage niggas acted in wars. We're gonna keep it white. It's white. I don't think it's gonna go back to that.
That's huge. You know, what if Will said, all right, homie, I'm gonna meet you backstage, and slapped him backstage, and then you didn't see it, but you heard about it, right? How manly would that have been? Okay.
But you know, I really, like you said, I feel bad for Will Packer too.
And someone said this, and someone said about when people making all the jokes about the trans community, how they were just told it's just, you know, we pick and choose what we're mad at depending on the week.
Yeah.
Some hate to talk shit about black women, Meg Thee Stallion, and others, and then it's like, you know, then it's not. Then it's protect black women. Some days it's like, just get over it. It's a joke. We are very much a bandwagon society, and whatever the cause is that week is what we all collectively get angry about.
Wow. See, and this is why, because I didn't know. She's slapping me in my face with shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like to hear from other people. I'm not biased. Okay? If you think I'm going to just get on something and agree and disagree, you know, you're wrong. Don't invite me. Please.
Okay? We pick and choose. It's all over. Am I trans? No, I'm not trans. Suck the dick. How about that? Stop. Why do y'all come for me? I don't take no one's man. I don't bother nobody. I make my own money. I give other people jobs. I got real friendships. I don't know why people come. If anyone has reasons.
No, you know what? You want to know what ruined your career? Real Housewives of Atlanta. You would.
Okay, so she's on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, and she still has this view about this. Nobody said Will was a champion for getting up there slapping this guy. I didn't hear that yet. But you got Tiffany Haddish talking about, oh, Will's gonna get him some tonight. Jada, you better give him some tonight. You know, everybody, oh, Will getting some tonight. He gonna get his dick sucked tonight. Come on, man. This shit's ridiculous, y'all.
Too good for it. You never should have been bothered with it. Plus, I said earlier, they let women fight on TV all the time. Nobody give a fuck. They let women throw glass at each other, pull their fucking weeds out, pull their titties out, even on the schoolyard. Nobody stops women from fighting. Nobody gives a fuck. Now, at the Oscars, if a woman had to slap a woman, that would have been an issue too, because it's where it was and stuff like that. And you couldn't have got a bigger platform in the world.
Okay, so you couldn't got a bigger platform in the world, and Red Pill Smith and Jada, after all her fucking shenanigans, she shouldn't even been able to be there. She would have been my ex, okay? So he brought her to the biggest platform in the world, and that funky attitude and the disgust and the, you know, like, leave that shit at home. And you fellas gonna have to learn how to move, man. That energy that your girl's giving off ain't it, bro. But let's hear this, man. I didn't know this Claudia Jordan was from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You not like, cause I don't give a shit. I'm not the guy that knows everybody. Now, if she pops up on my algorithm and, you know, I check her out, that's a different thing. See, you know, see what's going on. Dig into it. But from what she's saying right now, I'm biased. She hasn't said nothing wrong.
To do that, you could have done that on CNN and wasn't as many people seen it as seen last night. So it's a bad situation. I don't know why people talk with you, Claudia. I love you to death.
They're supposedly considering taking the Oscar for Bill. There's some reports that now the Oscars are like, you may not be able to keep that Oscar because they don't condone this. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I said, because they couldn't very well. It's like when Whitney passed in the hotel where they where
I think this is a perfect example of, and I know people are gonna say, oh, we'll slap somebody in the bathroom, you know. But to say the least, this guy has a pretty clean track record. Okay? From the shit that matters. Just like credit. You might be late on the payment, but it doesn't hit the credit bureau for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't count as a strike against you. So maybe things that he's done and been belligerent and, you know, things, but it didn't show up on his credit score, his behavior score. So his behavior score has been relatively good. The relationships have been relatively good in this space. He's friends with everybody. Okay? People are asking, why didn't the police, why didn't the security, why didn't they, you know, they all know Will also. And if he would have just got him and just beat him up, just beat Chris Rock up, then of course, you know, security would have came. They probably would have came a little late. You know, he would have been packed out. Okay, it didn't look like they was even around. You know, nobody's expecting that to happen. Okay, or you'll see bodyguards and shit sitting with the stars. You see big ass, bulky ass bodyguards sitting with the stars. Everybody's up in there. You know, if you got bodyguards, they on the outskirts or whatever. You know, and everybody's having a good time.
You know, they were gonna have they couldn't stop the train. You know, they couldn't stop the dinner, the party from going on, even though she was upstairs dead. They couldn't stop and rewrite and rejig the Oscars at that moment. Mm-hmm. But I did think about that. They might take that award away from that man, even though, because, you know, when
Imagine AI, your Lightroom.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if they take the Oscars from Will, I think that'll be a hard blow that he's gonna have to swallow, and it'll be a lesson to him. I hope it doesn't happen. You know, I don't want it to happen. I don't want Will to lose his Oscar, and you know, so I'ma just blame Jada's ass and her fucking, even though he's a man of his actions, but he let this fester up, and that's because he chose to stay with a toxic woman. And everybody, oh, Dr. Hood, you know, you don't know, and blah blah blah, you're a woman hater, and you know, man, come on, man. If I go out tomorrow and do what this guy does, you know, my girl deserves to fucking leave me too and embarrass her and get on a red table and tell everybody how her sex wasn't this and it wasn't that, and she doesn't, and there's another girl in my life that I love more than her, and she's not her. Like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Even if it was true. Okay? That's just some things you don't do. You don't humiliate your partner in public. Kindergartners know that. Okay? 5-year-olds know not to do that shit. Or if it's their friend or something. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna say that about, that's my friend. You know, little kids know, man. But grown ass adults don't know. Let me get on.
Like they get put, the racist, the school's named this, or the baseball team is named that, and all that. They try to fix that. And he should have really thought that one through. I don't have nothing to say about what they take away from or not, but I would not be surprised. Because it's just like the late Paul Mooney used to say, you're going to fuck around and get your nigga wake-up call, and you a nigga too. And just like they put you up on there, they can check it down right up in front of you. I wouldn't be surprised if they recast that. Wouldn't be surprised.
And she's in there. She knows about this game. Okay? She knows about the Oscars. She could tell you who won the Oscars, what year, from the last probably 10 years. Okay? I don't know. I ain't been up in. I would have never watched it at all. And I heard he got slapped or whatever. I think I can't remember. I was half asleep. Okay.
It would suck because we're not even talking.
America's favorite boy. Now, what if some of the other shit we've heard about will come out? What about that? Now.
And I don't even know everything motherfuckers are saying about Will. All I know is that a man ain't supposed to act like this. If you got that much time to laugh and then get up and walk 40 yards and slap somebody, you got enough time to rethink this. Now you just let everybody know that everybody already thought that you was in your feelings and that this woman was tearing you apart. Because that's what I thought. And with the acceptance speech and all of this, all the tears, and I know it's what you work with, and you probably would have cried anyway. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. Okay? But it shows a broken man, and it's sad. And he's lucky that he's on top of what he is and his resilience as a person. Just the morals that he had as a kid. He's lucky that he still has that and can still channel that. Because if he's just a regular Joe Schmo on the streets, in this sunken state and staying with this woman, well, she would have left him if he was a regular Joe Schmo. She would have left his ass. She don't want you, bruh. If you leave her today, she's not gonna cry. She's gonna go get another nigga and be fucking him the next fucking day. You guys need to know that if you're in this type of relationship. Don't hold her hostage. She wants to go. Don't try to patch it up. Don't worry about what everybody thinks about your relationship. Why the fuck does it matter what everybody thinks about your fucking relationship?
I'm about to be on Beyonce internet, getting me in trouble. I be canceled every 6 months, so I'm just gonna drink.
You don't have to say nothing, and I'm not going into the hearsay. But I'm just saying, people ain't who we think they are, and if they really want to dig and they want to tear that boy down because he's so high up, he's in a position to be drugged back down. They build you up. He's been up and stayed up for so long. This could open up a whole.
Hell.
Hey, I understand what she's saying. And a lot of times it's us that put ourselves in that situation. It's not our fault for the sanction that who gives out the sanction, because we don't control that. And that part of it is our fault, that we don't control shit. But if that's the way it's been going, they build you up just so they can tear you all the way down. We don't even need to get to that. Because we know how this works in America as black people. We know how this shit works.
How you doing, Luenell? How are you?
How you doing, girl?
How you doing?
I'm fine. Y'all need to let me. Y'all need to let me fill in when one of y'all cocktailing queens is unavailable.
Oh, we need to have you come back. Is that a joint? A blunt?
It is. Oh yeah. I don't smoke cigarettes.
I'm in Texas, so it's still illegal here. Whatever.
Well, I'm in LA, and you can blow smoke in the police face out here. Now you may still get your ass whooped, but it is legal.
And, I sent you with Nipsey, a throwback. I know you really.
I saw it. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
So years ago.
So today is what is today? Today is what? Is today 28?
Anyway, they
I think so.
In 3 days, it'll be 3 years.
Wow.
In 3 days, the March 31st, it'll be 3 years since.
So all your followers, what we're talking about, years ago, I used to work with a black man from Barbados. His name is Jack Brown, and he lives.
Anyway, we ain't gonna just be all up in they spilly, whatever the hell they talking about. I wanted to get that one in there, you know, for the team, for my truck drivers that's riding them 18-wheelers all across the United States, keeping the country afloat. You know, the real heroes that need that long content, and we chopping it up. We in this game. It's like I'm sitting right next to you, man. You know, I do my reactions just like I'm talking to a motherfucker right next to me. You feel me? But we're gonna be on it, man. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. You hit that bell, we in the building. Cause we going live all the time. So I want y'all to hit the bell so you can get the notification. You guys can jump in the building, or you can even jump in the building early. You know, send your shout outs, all of that shit, man. Dr. Hood, man. We're just trying to build. See y'all on the next one.